Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first edition of Coleman's Corner here in 2017. I'm Matthew Park, president of the Whittier College Sports Network, and I'm joined this morning by Executive Director of Athletics, Robert Coleman. Rob, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
So we have a lot to cover since our last edition, so we'll get right into it. So Rob, the last time we spoke, we were just wrapping up the fall season and getting into the winter sports.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel it was a good start for Poet Athletics from the fall? Where do we stand in SCIAC with the standings?
Yeah, I thought our fall was, it was adequate. It wasn't as strong as I thought we might kind of finish as far as the 7 teams that competed. Some of that was due to injuries and getting off the slow starts and so forth. Obviously, our best performance was from men's cross country, making nationals, finishing, somewhere around 22, 23 in the country. I went out to Louisville with the team, and just a great experience for the guys. And Jalissa qualified for the women's cross country, and so great experience for all of them. So I mean, they did a great job. Greg did a great job with that group, and Coach O'Brien, and really proud of their success. Volleyball, we really thought was going to have a chance to, maybe be top 4, but like I said, we had some key injuries and got off to a kind of slow start, and didn't really fulfill what we thought we might do this year. But we're moving forward with that, and hope we're going to get back in the mix there. And women's soccer just a tad bit short, for the second year in a row making the playoffs. So again, we played well, but I thought we could have got 2 or 3 teams in the playoffs, quite honestly. But we're still fine in SCIAC play. I think we're in 6th place right now, and only a couple points out of 4th place, and that's really been a goal of ours. For the last few years here in our program, we finished in 5th place. A couple years in a row here. So we need a strong fall. A strong winter and a strong spring here, and our goals are still really high to finish here top 4 in the conference.
I'd like to also ask you about cross country. How much of a surprise was it for you that they did as well as they did this season? Also with several other runners like Julius and Julian breaking school records, or setting new records actually in the process.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. They work really hard. Surprise, yeah. Julian came into his own obviously this year. Really took it to another level, and there's probably still more there where he's going to become a Hall of Fame runner for us, quite honestly. But Angelis is right there as well. They continue that. They're going to be in this room one day with their name on the wall, and great things. But I'm not surprised in the fact that like I said, they're a pretty close group. They work really hard, very committed, and I think they just really all came together. It was just a culmination of all those things, and so we got our hands full. We got to replace some really key seniors there. And the women are coming along quite well, and I think we had a couple pieces there. I think both teams can be super strong again next year. So I wasn't necessarily surprised, but it was a good team going in. That we thought we were going to have a pretty good team, but I think they took it to the next level with their hard work and commitment to one another.
So we're now midway through the winter sports. Men's and women's basketball are still in the hunt for a postseason berth, but where do you feel like we fare in the conference standings? Do you think, or how do you think the teams have done so far?
Adequate. I'd say once again. I thought the men we could have been in a little better shape right now. We're 0-3 in the conference. This is a tremendous, really big week for us with Oxy and Laverne coming in here at home games, and if we're going to pull ourselves back into this thing, we're going to have to win both games. We can't really even afford to split at this point because the season goes pretty quickly. The women, I think we're 2-2 or maybe 2-3 in the conference right now. I'm not quite certain on that, but I thought that played pretty well. We've got opportunity here to win a game or two ourselves this week and really be in the mix with the women. I think the men are fighting to get back in the mix, and the women are in the mix right now. I think our overall record wouldn't reflect it, but conference-wise, I think we got a chance to kind of fight for that last spot. I think it's kind of open right now, that last 4 spot. So I think we'll be 4, 5, 6 kind of battling here the last couple of weeks and seeing if we get in. I think Roy's done a really nice job coming in as a first-year coach, and had an opportunity to bring a couple players in. I think next year and the year after that are going to be really good seasons for women's basketball as he gets more involved with the recruiting and has an opportunity, a full season to get under his belt here to get that going. So, and the men, look, we lost a key recruit. one of the recruits decided not to play for us, and that kind of put us behind the 8 ball a little bit. And we have had some key injuries there, and fortunate to bring Anthony back to the program here after the break. And like I said, if we win a couple games this week, we can be right back in it. So that's the way Sky works, right? You get on a little win streak, and all of a sudden you can go from last place to third place pretty quickly here. So again, not as far as I'd like to be with both of them, but I think they're battling hard, and once we get through these injuries, we'll be fine. And then on the other front with swimming's doing great. Another sport here in the wintertime, and Tasman's worked extremely hard. I mean, I watch them practice pretty much every day outside my window, and they really work hard. Another really close knit group, and they're off to a pretty good start here. We are hosting the SkyAct Championships this year. Whittier is over at Commerce, the Commerce Pool. So it's our duty to host the event, and looking forward to that. A lot of hard work ahead of us here in February, but going to be glad we're going to be able to be there. Our staff to support the team and their quest to once again be a top 3, top 4 team in the championships.
Now, speaking of swimming, sophomore Becca Ayers has already qualified for regionals. Do these squads as a whole have some potential to damage at championships, and also is there a chance we can get some more individual athletes to qualify for nationals?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think there are more, and as the season goes on, I would love to be able to say we could get 3 to 5 to 6 individuals who might be able to qualify for nationals. That's always the goal. I mean, we've gone there with 1 or 2 in the past, but the more you have, the greater effect it has on you at the championship. So, I think there's tremendous potential there. And like I said, Tasman's done a great job, and congrats to Becca so far, but we got a long way to go here, and the sky's the limit really with swimming right now. They're on and up. The whole program's on and up there, and like I said, I hope we can finish really strong through championships.
Right. So I know some spring sports have just started getting underway with their practices. So I mean, obviously we'll save this later for the next edition of Coleman's Corner. But I mean, as of right now, do you feel like there's any teams that kind of catch your attention that look really strong?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're looking forward to spring. I think we have great opportunity in the springtime. I mean, just some sports off the top. If you're looking at it, would be women's water polo. Coming off 2 championships in a row. I think that pretty strong team coming back. I would throw out there women's softball. I think is really going to be in the hunt. Women's golf, will be hopefully a top 3 program, and they're ranked 19th in the country right now nationally. So we're going to keep pushing that. I think all 3 of those have a chance to win a championship. And to be honest with you, I think baseball will be in the mix if our pitching can hold up. Arguably we have the best outfield in the conference coming back, and I think our defense was really strong last year. But I think at the end of the day, pitching is something that if that can hold up, we'll have a shot to make the playoff as a top 4 team in the conference right now. So, track and field's going to take a little bit of time. Robert's doing a really nice job there. Tennis is. I think the men's tennis team will be pretty decent as well. I mean, I think we'll be in that fight for 4 or 5 this year there. And men's golf is coming along. I think we'll be able to make some headway up. I don't know if we're going to be a top 3 or 4 program, but I think they'll make some headway this year as well with some new recruits that we brought in. But the top 4 teams, once again, it's going to be water polo, I think, and women's golf, softball, and baseball. Hopefully, are going to lead the way for us here in the springtime.
So in the next edition of Coleman's Corner, Rob will wrap up the winter sports and begin shedding light on where we stand in the spring sports. Rob, before we wrap this up, though, is there anything you might want to add in?
Yeah, just a couple other quick things. I thought academically we did really, really well in the fall semester. Super proud of our student athletes. Once again, 3.0 GPA for our program here in the fall. I think we had somewhere around, once again, 12 or 13 programs who got a 3.0 or higher during the semester. So again, super job in the classroom, which is obviously why we're here. And proud about everyone's hard work there. The other quick thing, we're going to be doing a major renovation here up at our football stadium and our track in May. It'll be about a 3-month project, but we'll be putting in new turf at the football stadium that will accommodate soccer, football, and lacrosse. And then we'll be redoing our track as well. And so really excited about the fundraising we've been able to do. outside with our alumni and parents and so forth on that, and the commitment from the school and allowing us to move forward with the program. So really exciting. We're also doing a new sound system up there, so it's a real big project, and it's gonna once again kind of keep us with the Joneses, so to speak, in our conference, and allowing us to compete at a high level.
Yeah, so I mean, just to clarify on that though, is the plan for all these upgrades to our facilities upstairs to be done by next fall?
Oh yeah, it'll be done by August 15th. So it's a 3 month. It's a May 15th to August 15th, and when students come back, we'll have the new turf, new track, and really looking forward to an exciting season. And now soccer will come down to the turf and play their games down there.
Right. So lots of opportunities for the future, but that's it for this edition of Coleman's Corner. Thank you for tuning into the Whittier College Sports Network. I'm Matthew Park for Rob Coleman. Have a great rest of your week.